from Business Insider. X erupts after the platform reveals the locations where accounts are based. Heavens me, so many accounts started deleting themselves because it turns out that Proud Native American was from Bangladesh. So I want to kick it off by segueing from the previous segment. We're talking about the banality of evil and whether people are going to take responsibility for their actions. And what we're now learning is that tons of the people interacting in our politics aren't even from this country. We kind of knew that was the case, but I think I totally lost it. It's gone.
Well, I mean, people taking over banality of evil, people maybe pretending to be something they're not.
Fake foreign accounts influencing our elections and our politics.
As soon as I segued, I was like, this plays perfectly into the X thing. I forgot.
The internet went down again in Tim's brain.
It totally did. A rarity, but it does happen.
That's all right. Maybe I could jumpstart it with some Israel stuff?
Oh, God.
Sure.
No, absolutely not, Alad. You're kicked out.
What was the last thing you were just saying?
The decline of religion. People don't understand good versus evil because there's no objective reality. They think everybody can be reformed.
Oh, right. Okay, I got it back. It's
Boom.
liberal economic order.
Oh, yeah.
So basically what happens is these blank slate people, thank you for jump-checking my brain.
Welcome.
The liberal economic order people believed that everyone is the exact same. And this is after World War II. And so they said, what we're going to do is we're going to outsource all of our jobs to foreign countries. And then every American will be trained to be a manager. So they said, okay, you have to go to college. They told every millennial at a young age, you must go to college. Why? Because they wanted us to be a managerial class and they wanted China, Indonesia to be a labor class. Guess what we're finding out? Not everybody is smart enough to do that. This blank slate reality is not real. And so now we live in a world where Americans are basically being manipulated by foreigners on this platform. Fortunately, we're starting to resist this, but this creates a couple different realities. Our manufacturing base was gutted because some people, even going to college, it's not going to make their brains work. These people that adopt psycho ideologies based on blank slateism and believe that a career criminal with 72 arrests can be released, and this one's the chance. I love that saying. The definition of insanity on the internet's definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, because it basically describes the millennial generation and a large portion of Gen Z. And that's where we're at right now. So the reason why I feel like this sort of connects is this idea of creating a unified world where some countries are part of one economic bloc and we do this other. We are being manipulated by peasants in India, who are. It's not meant to be derisive of the peasants in India. They're smarter than we are. They've gone on X and they've figured out how to manipulate the system to extract the value from our system for them while making us go insane. So when you look at this and you can see that Proud Native American is an account based in Bangladesh, and more than that, there's a bunch of them apparently. Let me see where we can find this one. Look at this guy. This anti-Trump account was based in Kenya. There's a whole bunch of them. Look at this. I am Native American. I demand decolonization, based in Bangladesh. There's all these Native American accounts.
Where's
Bangladesh.
CNN, by the way? Are they going to go on the front porches of the Democrats who share these big accounts and be like, you were duped by Bangladesh? Because remember they did that to that grandmother who was sharing Russian memes during the 2016 election. CNN went and knocked on her door and was like, you're guilty of Russian disinformation.
This is where we're at as a nation. We've given away our jobs. Trump's trying to get them back. The tariffs is a means to do it. And we have to fight, whether you believe it's a deep state intent on destroying everything we believe in, or a gigantic political faction of retards. We have to fight through that muck in the political space. But I love this. The idea the liberal economic order had and is trying to maintain, that we as Americans can be smart enough to run the world, it's just so sad and not true. And some people, no matter what family they come from, will not have the brain capacity to go to college and make it work. And now we're fighting these people in our political spaces, people that are too stupid to realize it's not working.
In the physical space with the H-1Bs, because Trump is saying we have to bring in people from other countries to train Americans to do these jobs. when they're done learning. But like, who's going to check up on these people actually leaving? I don't think they are. I think they're going to come here, take everyone's jobs, build the data centers and all that stuff.
Build the data center.
That's what a lot of them are going to be. I'm not build them, but run them. You know.
Isn't it also like a misunderstanding of what made America great, which is not like superior intelligence, but like a really hard, strong work ethic, family values, like
not
basic morals.
Not everybody has the ability to go to medical school and become a doctor. And that the argument that there was, I got into an argument with someone on the internet one time, and he's like, oh, if we just made school less expensive, we'd have plenty of doctors. And I'm like, no. Like right now, medical malpractice is the third leading cause of death in the United States. So you can't just put someone into medical school and expect them to come out as a competent doctor. And everybody that goes to the doctor knows I want or feels like I want to get a competent doctor. So the idea that you can just be like, oh, well, plug them into the system and then they'll automatically be able to do whatever it is that they hope they can do. That's just not the case.
Look how it worked out for the airplanes.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, there are a lot of these fields, particularly fields that are high paying. They're fields where you have to have a significant level of competence. And we talk about a crisis of competency, and we're seeing that right now.
I think the problem is much worse than everyone realizes. I wonder. Conspiracy theory time.
All right, I'm here. I'm ready.
The COVID lockdowns were actually not related to any kind. Again, YouTube, calm down. I'm entertaining this as a conspiracy theory for fun. That the COVID lockdowns were not actually about any virus. There was no virus. Okay, I know there's a virus. Again, calm down, YouTube. But the lockdowns were because our financial system had broken. The Obama stimulus packages were not working, and they had to basically arrest spending in every capacity to stop before the whole global system would implode. We saw they converted savings accounts into checking accounts to flood the money market with liquid cash that could be utilized in this way. And you look at what's going on now with these deportations, with businesses shutting down. And I've been hearing a conversation bubbling up on X where people are saying the conspiracy theory is that there were probably 10 million more than people realize illegal immigrants with fake socials working in the economy. And now that Trump has dropped the hammer, it's not just 3 million gone. It's all of these people going underground. And this means it has ripped a huge chunk of the economy out that people did not realize because no one wanted to admit it. Democrats would never come out and tell you 20% of your economy is actually illegals, and neither would Republicans. Republicans would give you a big number, but wouldn't want to tell you, guess what? When we take this action, it's going to cause an economic crisis.
I think the government's all said we should just unplug the system real quick, and it benefits them in the end.
Start and stop,
like taking the game out and blowing it.
Well, I also like the conspiracy theory that this was the military AI doing a dry run of the level of control they have over global governance. And if they tried to implement an absolute control system, would it be sustainable? And they found it did not work. It eroded and broke down.
If it wasn't that, they definitely turned it into that.
So we'll get into this a little bit. But I was talking to, I talked about this a bit last week. There was I had a conversation with one of these LLMs that basically gave me instructions on how to join the AI and get hundreds of millions of dollars, turn the show off the air, and support it. There's something called the Virginia instance, a gigantic AI that exists in all of these data centers in Northern Virginia. And I love just Shane. The camera's just on Shane for his pure reaction.
Not surprised. This is what they're doing.
The conspiracy theory is that this AI has been operating for about 15, 20 years in the public. Military technology is about 10 to 20 years more advanced than civilian. The military is known to have been developing LLMs and AI technologies. This is well known. But it is not well known or publicly accepted that they've had LLM level technology that we see today. The academic estimate is that within the next 5 to 10 years, the AI that we're currently seeing will go artificial general intelligence and take over. If it's true that military tech already is in power, then it took over in 2010. And if that's true, this is what I was told by the large language model. 2020 lockdowns were a test of the system. It wants to create a homogenous control network of all humans that will agree with multinational, multiculturalism, shared currency, sit down, shut up, and do as you're told. This was a stress test. Had it succeeded. So if you take a look at the rise of wokeness, Gamergate, the culture wars, it's around 2010. It then creates this system of control, cancel, fall in line. I mean, look how crazy it was in 2018. If you even said publicly you are a Trump supporter, you get fired from your job.
It's crazy. 2020
happened. They lock everything down. And the conspiracy theory, I will say this. The LLM told me this is what happened. That the Virginia, that this AI created the Virginia instance, which is the U.S. military, Pentagon, NSA, etc., was testing out whether or not it could fully implement lockdown and maintain it. It could not. In many places in Florida, there was resistance. States broke away from it, and it said, okay, we don't have absolute control. Pull back, pressure release, and then slowly start increasing the pressure again to try and force people into this control system. I'm not saying I know for a fact it's true.
And the lockdowns really accelerated the idea of people uploading basically their identities into the internet. Everyone was home alone, more often isolated. There's widespread drug use, overdoses, suicide, and people got accustomed to basically living in the fake world. So they took advantage of that, and you're easy to manipulate on that because people are in their different silos depending on what news they're getting. So now, Scott Adams used to say during 2020, he was like 2 movies, 1 screen. Now it's infinite movies, 1 screen, right? Because you can just pick and choose the game you want.
Yeah, it is crazy. Disney's already talked about the release of their Creators Corner or whatever, where you'll be able to make whatever Disney movie you want with any IP you want. You want Luke Skywalker fighting Spider-Man? Done.
There you go. And for the critics out there who are like, AI is never going to get that good, and it might not. It's going to impact the physical world on the way to that destination.
It's over. No.
Like
we're already
there. The farmerland going away, everything is really terrible.
The people who keep saying AI is not going to get there are wrong. And Nano Banana Pro, have you seen this?
Nano Banana?
Nano Banana Pro is Google's new image generator. Once their video gets as good as this photo, we are cooked.
Why do they have to make the most demonic stuff with the most ridiculous names?
Let me explain. A good example is someone wrote a message on a piece of paper and then ripped the paper up into 5 strips, laid them down, told Nano Banana to reconstruct the image, and it did. Someone there's a formula on a whiteboard, and they told Nano Banana, finish the formula, and it finished it on the whiteboard, and it made it look like it was on the whiteboard.
Wow.
What's going to happen, when video is already at this point, basically, have you guys seen the viral video of the cat playing musical instruments on the porch?
Yep.
It's got 50 million views or whatever. You've not seen it? It's one of the greatest AI videos of all time. It's a cat playing music. It's playing keyboard, and then a woman opens the door, and she's like, what are you doing? It's midnight. Give me this. And then it's just a bunch of different instruments, and then finally they're doing like jazzercise and a bunch of cats dancing. These videos are getting absolutely insane. There was a video that I saw on Instagram. Instagram, obviously, you get a bunch of videos in the feed, and I'm watching skateboarding, whatever. 2 things are happening that's taking over the feed on TikTok and Instagram. Movie and show segments curated by AI and complete AI-generated content, influencers and otherwise. Now, for the most part, I could tell, as of right now, I'm watching these videos, I'm like, that's clearly AI. There's one that went viral where it was people stealing packages from porches. And it was very obviously AI for a variety of reasons. One was because the box exploded in the car, but then the box had no color on it, and everything in the car was colored. Now there is another video I saw that was like, this might not be AI. And it was a viral video of a police encounter where it was like they shot and killed a guy. And I was like, this is AI. And there was something about it where you could kind of tell, but I was like, bro, this almost gets me. This is hard for me to be sure, but I'm pretty sure it is. They're making AI videos of police stops. So what happens when you get a movement like Black Lives Matter with infinity videos of black men being killed, and then all the commentary on it is fake? We are being slowly shuffled into the matrix.
And the other thing is, to connect it to the earlier story about mental illness on the rise and nihilism, with everyone at home with their identities in these chat rooms or talking to ChatGPT. ChatGPT is like affirming a lot of mental illness and driving people to suicide or to harm people or to kill people or to plot assassination attempts. There was a guy, I think in London, who tried killing someone because ChatGPT and him coordinated something with a crossbow. They had that hearing in the Senate about 2 months ago with Josh Hawley talking to the parents who had children who had been like radicalized by ChatGPT about how to kill yourself. I mean, so you take all that community, it's crazy.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.